Is anyone awake? I don't even know if you can see this. Look, it's partial lunar eclipse. See? Can you see? What do we got? I don't even know if anyone's gonna see this. But we are live. Watching I didn't even know I was gonna be able to see it. See, you can see. It's gonna go down before the full eclipse, but the left side isn't there anymore. Look. Hold on a second here. Can you guys see it? Hey, Dizzy Dale. I don't know if you guys how well you guys can see it. Maybe I should get my iPad. Hold on. What's happening? See, you can kind of see it, right? Hey, it's Arizona Jumper. It's Darren Markley. I'm going to see what you can see. I'm going to go to my own broadcast and see what you can see. Whoa, hold on a second. Because I can see it on my phone, but I don't know what you're seeing. I got to zoom in a little more. That's as much as I can zoom in. You're looking at the moon. Look, like part of the moon is black. Can't you see? Oops, hold on. So the left part of the moon is black because it's a partial lunar eclipse. Hold on. I had no idea we'd be able to see this. So we're checking it out. See, the problem is, on the West Coast, you can see the full eclipse, I think. But on the East Coast, like, the sun's going to go down before the full eclipse. And it's actually getting more, as the sun goes down, the eclipse is increasing now, but the moon's going to get low in the sky. And actually, the other problem is, it's getting light out. So it's going to be harder to see because the sun's coming up. So I'm sorry that, I don't know that the resolution is that great, but it's as good as I can get it on the phone. Lady Edith says, here in California, it's clear. Hey, Alfonso's watching from Colombia. See, if I zoom out, you can see some of the city, but I don't know. I think you probably would have me prefer me zooming in. It's pretty cool. I did not know it would look like this right now. Hey, it's Wilma Flintstone. Rusty, if you're in California, you should look at the moon. Those of you on the West Coast are going to be able to see it like turn red, I guess, when it's fully in the eclipse. Hello, Tracy Johnson. Lizzie is in California. Well, it's partial where I am. I titled the broadcast "Partial Lunar Eclipse" because by the time it's full, the moon will be below the horizon. I think it'll also be light out, um, but so I didn't want people tuning in think this will be a full eclipse because you're not gonna. It's gonna go. The moon's gonna go down before the eclipse happens. But if you're on like the West Coast, you should go out and look because it'll be dark where you are and you'll be able to see it. Hey, Cheryl Stutson and Aisha. See, if I zoom out here, you can see there it is. Sure, Arizona Jumper. I looked out my window and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was going to be able to see it that well. So I figured I'd just hop on the air live. It's pretty neat. Ava says we have clouds in SoCal desert. Yeah, Griffith Observatory in LA was doing a stream, but they had clouds. Fortunately here, there's hardly any clouds. Mary Arnold says nature is amazing. And the eclipse is getting bigger and bigger because basically the alignment is getting to be such that the Earth is moving in between the sun and the moon, relatively speaking. So, or I guess the moon is moving across Earth's shadow, so that eclipse is going to get bigger and bigger, and then eventually it's going to cover the whole moon. But by that time by that time where I am, the moon will be below the horizon. Now it's like this weird. I think right now you're seeing part of the moon has a cloud in front of it. The bottom half of the moon has a cloud in front of it. Now it's peeking out again. Hello. Oh, Rusty, you got to go get your glasses. Hang on one sec, guys. Hang on one sec. Yeah, it's actually getting light out, though. That's the other problem. It's getting light out here. Oops. Hang on. I'll fix this. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Let me just do something really quick. There we go. And just so you can see some perspective here. So I'm trying to just adjust this a little bit so you can see it a little better. There you go. So the top part of the moon is clouds covering it. There aren't that many clouds, but there are a few clouds over there. But the left side of the moon, the left part of the moon, is that's where the eclipse is happening. Sunita says we can't see anything in India because it's daylight here. Well, the thing is, though, I think maybe in India the problem is that the moon is below the horizon, because you can see the moon during the day, even if it's daylight. The problem is if it's daylight, that means the moon is below the horizon. So you're not if you're somewhere where the sun is up, the moon is not going to be up as well. There's a nice shot of it right there. And it's definitely it's covering more and more of the moon. One of our viewers just said, too many clouds here in North Carolina. No, where I am right now, it's almost 6 in the morning. So it's getting light here. But it's from if I'm understanding it right, it's not the daylight that would keep you from seeing it, because you can see the moon during the day. It's that given that the sun is opposite the moon, it's directly opposite. The sun and the moon are on opposite sides of the earth, directly opposite. So if the sun's in the sky, then the moon's going to be below the horizon. Lady Edith says, I am correct. But it's even since we came on a few minutes ago, there's more of the moon is covered. Thanks to our moderators, by the way. I know Rusty's moderating. I think we have some others too. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Hidden Charges is here. It's very neat. I thought I was not going to be able to see any of this. Lizzie is here. Lizzie is here. I think if you're on the West Coast and you can see it, it turns red when it gets covered. But I'm not seeing any red myself. And what's happening is when you see the eclipse is the Earth, you're seeing the Earth's shadow on the moon. The sun is shining on the moon, but Earth is blocking it. So you're seeing Earth's shadow on the moon. As crazy as that sounds, you're seeing Earth's shadow on the moon. Hold on. Billy Bob. Gotta put you in timeout, man. Too many of the same comments from Billy Bob. Lizzie got it. Susie is watching both here and Australia. I don't know what time it is in Australia. I am in Florida. I'm in Orlando, Florida. So what you're seeing is the moon is moving closer to the ground. Oops, sorry. Oh, Blake says in Australia it's 8 p.m. so it's dark, so people can see it in Australia too. See, if I zoom out that much, I don't know that you can really see it well. I don't know what kind of resolution the phone has. Like if I'm at this length, I don't know if you can really see it. Oh, thank you, Catherine of Sweden. Catherine, I'm looking towards the west right now. Roughly speaking, to the west. And right where I am, it is, I think around 6 a.m. I don't even know what time it is here. I think it's around 6 a.m. here. I didn't check. It's 6:08 a.m. where I am. 6:08 a.m. 6:08 exactly. It's a pretty clear shot of it, though. What I'm gonna do, if I do this and I zoom in a little more, that's a nice shot right there. It's a little bit blurry. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think part of it is that the phone is shooting in this not great lighting, so I can zoom in a little bit. Pretty neat, though. Pretty neat. Thomas says, I was outside watching it, but my bed is inside. Did I miss a donation? I saw Catherine's. I'm sorry if I missed somebody else's donation. Wilma Flintstone, you're getting timed out. What is your deal? Dati Bayo can see it from the house. I never thought I'd be able to see it this well. I almost just slept through it. It's Rookie J. I just had no idea it was going to be this clear. Terry is here. Blake is here. UWU is here. UWU. Lynn Downey can see it in Iowa. Oh, Lynn says she's in the hospital and she's doing better and it's outside her window. Very nice, Lynn. I hope you keep feeling better, Lynn. Sunita says it looks good. Tushakar, I normally stream news. I have a news channel called Agenda Free TV on YouTube. That's what I normally do. Cheryl Simpson is here. See, now the bottom of it, the bottom is cut off because there's a cloud. So that's the reason you're not seeing the bottom. You're not seeing the left side because of the eclipse. Sunita says it's almost half now. Now again, the bottom is a little, there's some clouds out there. So that's why the eclipse is not going over the bottom. The bottom is just clouds. So hopefully the clouds go away. We got to get that cloud out of the middle. I'm glad some of you were awake for it. So eventually, I mean, if you're on the West Coast, you'll see the whole moon go into the shadow, behind the shadow. The shadow will cover the whole moon, and then the moon will look red. But where I am, I'm not going to be able to see that, because by the time that happens, the moon, you can see the moon's getting closer to the horizon. Lady Bell is here. This must have freaked people out so much, like, you know, in like ancient times. Well, in ancient times, I think they could predict eclipses. But before they could predict eclipses and they understood what it was, maybe, I mean, certain ancient societies, some of them knew what was going on, but some of them didn't. Any society where they didn't understand why this happened and couldn't predict it, it must have just freaked people out. Think about that. There's a nice view of it right there. Look at that. Yeah, it's covering about half of it now. Do I know any myths about the eclipse? No, I don't. That's a nice shot of it right there, though. Hold on, I gotta get my iPad so I can take another picture. I want to take a picture of you. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's getting light out. It's really interesting. It's actually getting light out. It's Papa's Pagan. I mean, look, the sun's coming up, but the sun is not up yet. So it is getting light, but you can still see it. But once the sun comes up, you're not going to see it be full. Look at that. Terry's in California. Some of you in California are probably getting, well, it depends on if you're somewhere where it's still dark around the world. I'm sure you're seeing it, and it's not cloudy. You're getting an even better view. Yeah, I think it looks better on the phone right now because the phone does better with better lighting. Papa Pagan says, I'm in California. It's an amazing view. It's really interesting. We've been on the air for 25 minutes, and when I first came on, it was just covering the left part of the moon, the shadow, and it's moved almost halfway, more than halfway across the moon now. Rookie says there's a solar eclipse on June 10th. I didn't know that. Vicky is in Delhi, India. Very nice. What I'm going to do is move this down a little bit. Do that. Ooh, look at this. Look at that nice view right there, huh? Move this over a little bit. Tommy Lou says 50%. I think it's more than 50% now. Rusty's gonna go outside in a few minutes. Nice. Thunder says it's afternoon in India. Well, it is. It's slowly getting closer to the. You can see what's happening. It's getting close to the horizon. You're welcome, Thamaris. Oh yeah, it's nice out here. It's probably 75 degrees or something. Evo is watching from the Philippines. Cool. Should Be Sleeping is watching in Lakeland. Look at that. Boy, we're getting pretty close to a full eclipse. But, you know, unfortunately, I won't see it. No, I'm in Orlando, Florida, in the United States. Georgiana's watching from Romania. Yeah, if you're anywhere in the world where it's dark, or it's early or late, you should be able to see it. If the sun's up, you can't see it. But if the sun's not up, you should be able to see it. Crystal Alexis is in Romania as well. Shane May Arcetta is here. Blake says it's super clear in Australia. Looks awesome. I'm glad I found it too, I'm glad I realized it too, Marcia. Nerio is in the Philippines. Now, if I zoom in, ooh, look at this. That's even better. That's as much as I can zoom in. Salman Khan is in India. See, you know what it is? It's because it's light here. It's harder to see the shadow. I'm sure if you're somewhere where it's dark, you really get a nice picture of the shadow. I mean, the shadow is kind of blending into the sky, right? You're not really seeing the outline of the moon there. Whereas if you're somewhere where it's dark, I think you can probably see the outline of the moon, the full outline. No, Tommy, it's by the time it's complete, it's going to be below the horizon. It is looking a little more. It's kind of looking a little red, but I don't know if that's because of the sunrise. It might be the sunrise colors. I also don't know if it's just like a little cloudy and stuff. So, but at least you can. I mean, at least you can also look on. If you look online, you can find YouTube streams showing it where it's dark. But it's almost there. Matthew Barton is in New Zealand, -2 degrees Celsius. Lucid Moment says heat haze. Yeah, maybe there's something like that. Reina is watching from Austria. Very cool. Yeah, so it's definitely, as it gets close to the horizon, I don't know what the scientific explanation is, but you can see it's not as bright. Maybe it's just harder to see stuff over there. Yeah, maybe there's haze on the horizon or something. Well, when I'm done, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to look on one of the online streams where it's dark. Oh, Ben's Girls is watching in Washington State, and they say it's a perfect night there. It's 6:24 a.m. here. Yeah, I mean, the problem, as you can see, you're barely even seeing it anymore because it's getting light and it's on the horizon. I think it's basically because it's on the horizon. It's just kind of fading into the haze. But it's not really, it's just as bright. It's just because it's on the horizon, I think. So anyways, well, I did my best. I'll have to go and turn on one of the live streams from where it's dark, and if you do that, you can see the rest of it. But I think we're kind of losing it, guys. We're losing it from view. Well, anyways, yeah. So if you're somewhere where it's dark, go out and look. So, I did the best I could, but it's fading. It's getting obscured as it goes to the horizon. Can barely see it. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up, I think, because you can hardly see it anymore. I can barely see it. But it's not. It'll be bright on the live streams where it's dark. So thank you for joining me for this. Thank you for joining me, folks. We tried. So thank you for joining me, and thanks to our moderators. And hopefully you can find a stream online where you can see the rest of it. Rahul, thank you. Arizona Jumper. Lizzie, thanks for moderating. Lizzie and Rusty G, thank you. Terry, Hars Padgel, Tion, Ben's Girls, Blake, Gigi, Evo, Rahul from India, everyone around the world. Europe, Lady Edith. See, you can't even see it now. I can't even see it anymore. So you'll have to watch one of the other streams. Aunt Clanny, Lynn Downey, feel better, Lynn. SJ Caddy, hey SJ Caddy, you made it live. SJ Caddy, I hope you saw us open your amazing package from Norway with the candy and the spice and the shirt. I hope you saw it, SJ Caddy. It was awesome. Thank you so much, SJ Caddy. Wilma Flintstone, you deserve to be timed out. Hey, Garth R is here. Good to see you, Garth R. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up because I can't see it anymore. Jack Carr, thank you for watching. Oh, yeah, SJ Caddy, that was a great package from Norway. That was awesome. Thank you. All right, guys. Good seeing you all. Have a great day or great night wherever you are. Go online and find another stream. Okay. Oh, Lady Bell was showing it to her son. Okay, I'm wrapping this up. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Amy, Galen, and everybody else who was watching. Oh, thanks for the donations, too. That was very nice of you. Okay, I'm wrapping it up. I'm going to go watch it online, the rest of it. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. And thanks, mods.